Greeting, friends and fellow YouTubers. Welcome to Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So we're here today to do album hauls, or the new albums and stuff that I've purchased. So I have only 5 this month, but they're all pretty solid. I like them all quite a bit. And they're all ones that I wanted to get, so that's always important, right? You got to get the stuff you want to get. Otherwise, there's no point in doing this thing, right? I'm just looking over what I got here in my hand. Okay, so I'm going to give them to you probably the normal way I do it. Usually I do the progressive stuff first, so let's start with that. And then we'll move our way backwards. So the first one I got this one on its own. I had an extra bit of money I had to go buy there, and I was going to get a cheaper album, and then I thought, you know what, just because you only have this amount, why get something you don't really want? So I spent the extra 10 or extra 7 or 8 and got this one instead. It's one that I've wanted. It's the only one of the original albums by this group that I had never heard before. And we're talking about Fugazi from Marillion. It's one of the, of course, Fish era albums. I think it's the third one. Let me get this right. So Script for a Jester's Tear, Misplaced Childhood, this one, and then Clutches with Straws, or maybe this one is second and Misplaced Childhood is third. Can't remember right now, but anyways. So I'm looking forward to it. I haven't even opened it yet. It's still in the package. I don't want to open it just yet because I'm not quite ready to. I think I'm going to take it with me and listen to it when I move into the new place, which is today. And then we'll open it and play it then. So this is Marillion's Fugazi. I hope you get a chance to listen to this as well. I'm interested to see if this is as good as the Misplaced Childhood and Clutches at Straws and Script for a Jester's Tear. All 3 excellent albums, and this is probably just as good, I'm guessing. Next up, three of a Perfect Pair from King Crimson. Another album to add to my collection. I think I have 10 of their albums now, which is just about all of them, or maybe it's 9. It might be 9. I'm not sure. Anyways, this came out in '84. I'm looking forward to this. I'll probably listen to this one first in the new place, and then the Marillion one next, if I'm able to. I've got lots of stuff that I still got to listen to. I haven't had time, but I think this will be an excellent album. Got it for a pretty good price, $10. Next up is. This was the first from this band, and I've been looking at this band since the beginning of this channel, so 3 years now, and I keep putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. But then Ben gave me one of their albums in a recent album ranking episode, and I liked it, so I thought, I saw this one, it was cheap, so it's probably not one of their better albums, but I figured, I'll get this one to start and see how it works. Sometimes when they're cheaper like that, it's not that they're necessarily not as good as the other one. It's just that they're more produced, which means sometimes they're better. The better ones, sometimes. So anyways, I chose this album, Tangerine Dream, and the album is called Hyperborea. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to listen to this because I've not heard it. It's a used album, but it's in really good shape. And then it gives me a list of a lot of their albums for me to go for as well. So this is a group that I've wanted to get into because I have listened to bits and pieces of them. And, sometimes that first step takes forever, and then you get a flock of them. It was the same thing with the Rolling Stones. I had for the longest time just the one album by them, and then I bought one. Or Ben gave me a suggestion one time for a Tim, and I seen it, so I bought it. And then next thing I know, I got 10 of them, right? This is the only one of the albums, or actually the next 2 I've listened to both. This one's kind of a psychedelic album, but it has a lot of bluesy flavor to it. Surrealistic Pillow from Jefferson Airplane. This is my first by them. I got a kind of a mixed feeling from this album. There are tracks on here I think are really good, and there's some stuff on here that I just don't care for at all. But, I've only listened to it once, so give it a little time. Maybe it'll come around. Or maybe it's just the wrong one to choose from. I don't know. This one, of course, we did a video on the album, looking back at a classic rock album. So this is the second one that I own from the Kiss solo albums. Actually, I at one time owned all 4 of them in vinyl. Then I had a couple of them in cassette. The Ace one I've had 3 or 4 times in CD, and I did have all these in CD as well. The other Peter, Paul, and Jeans, I had them all in CDs, but somebody took them and didn't bring them back. So, but I saw this one for a reasonable price. I've listened to it. I used it on the Look Back at a Classic Rock Album video, and I'll probably listen to it a little more. There are some easygoing songs on here. This is a much different album than I would have thought it would have been, but it does have some excellent softer songs on it. So Peter Criss and his solo album with Kiss, under the Kiss label. Really nice cover on them. I liked all their covers. They did an excellent job on the artwork. So that's it for this month. Not much to talk about as far as albums, but the 5 I got, I think I like. Definitely the top 2, the Marillion and the King Crimson ones. Those are the ones that I'm really excited to listen to and get into. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode. We will be back at the end of June, hopefully with a much larger stack, as I will be able to get more stuff. I've been holding off on getting some stuff primarily because I don't want to be moving it and taking a chance of breaking it. I did drop the stack here fell off. I banged into it, knocked it off, and broke a couple of the cassettes. Didn't damage any of the albums, fortunately, but that's the one with all the stuff I haven't listened to yet. So it was a little bit disappointing. The Marillion and one of my Green Slade ones got fairly damaged, which was a little bit upsetting to me. But at any rate, we've done. We're ready to move to the new place today, and hopefully next month we'll have a lot more to talk about. So you have yourself a good day. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. Any comments on the albums you can put in the comment section below, and don't forget to hit the notification bell, and we will see you next at the end of June with another episode of New Albums I've Purchased. Take care.